How's it going, everyone? Today I'm going to be making an air pruning pot because my banana tree that I ordered came through the mail a couple of days ago. So the banana variety that I got is a dwarf cavendish banana. So this is grows to a mature height of 2.2 meters, and when it fruits it produces about 70 individual bananas. They say it's the best cool climate variety, and that's pretty much the climate down here. And it says it pretty much will always fruit in any frost-free spot, and we never get frosts here. So I thought I'll give it a shot. I think it'll do well down here. And I want to grow it in a pot so we can just move it around, but we couldn't find a pot big enough, so I'm going to be making an air pruning pot. So first off, I'm measuring the areas that I want to cut out, and I'm using a permanent marker to clearly mark out those areas. Then I'm cutting the marked out areas and I'm using a power saw, but that took too long and it was pretty difficult to do, so I switched to a jigsaw. That was much easier and faster. Because it's still a bit dirty, I'm washing the barrel out with some water to remove any of the original substances. I then cap the ends of the slotted ag pipe with shade cloth, and it's necessary to do this because if it isn't already covered or socked, the wicking substance, which most people use sand, will get inside the ag pipe and it will clog the holes and won't be able to hold as much water, and also the water won't be able to slowly leach out and then get wicked up. After that, put the capped ag pipe into the barrel to make sure that I've got enough of it and that it fits in well. And then I use my pocket knife to cut a small trapdoor slit in the ag pipe to tightly fit in the fill tube, and this is used to fill the barrel with water. I made it fit very tightly so that I didn't have to cover that section with shade cloth, but if you're using sand then it would be best to cover it anyway. So I then covered the inside with about 3 layers of shade cloth. This allows the shade cloth to be thin enough for the roots to go through and get air pruned, but thick enough to reduce water loss in the soil through evaporation. And then I drilled in numerous small holes in the barrel towards the top of the barrel and used some thin wire to attach the shade cloth to the sides of it and keep it in place. Then after that I properly put in the capped ag pipe and the fill tube inside the barrel and push down firmly so it stays in place and doesn't move. And then after that it was time to fill the barrel with the wicking material. Okay, so I'm going to be adding scoria to this now. So the air pruning tub is coming along very well. So there's the reservoir section down the bottom. So now I'm going to fill it with scoria, which is this stuff, almost like volcano rock, a lot of people call it as well. And that is the wicking substance. So I'm going to put down a layer of shade cloth, which is this, down the bottom there, make a bit of a well in there, and then add the scoria, and that will wick up all the water. Okay, so now I am going to be making the soil mix that the banana will grow in. So at the moment I have this chicken manure. So this is rotten down chicken manure. To that I'm going to be adding 4 bags of potting mix, 1 bag of mushroom compost, and also about 7 or 8 litres of the peat coir. And when I get some more blood and bone, I'll also be applying that to the top. So I'm adding all of these just because I know that bananas, they are very hungry plants, and so they need a lot of nutrients, yeah, to really grow well. So, first bag. Okay, so I've had to put in half of everything. So I'll do 2 lots, 2 wheelbarrows, because it can't fit all in one. So I'll do 2 of them and then just put them in. Now I just gotta give it a good mix. So now that the soil's all mixed up and the air pruning pot is ready, it's time to fill it up. Okay, so now that it's actually topped up a lot more than I thought, just make another little batch and fill it right up to the top. Just also forgot to mention that to this little pipe where I'm putting the water in to go to the reservoir, I also put a ziplock cable. So this way I can't lift it out, so just in case anyone pulls on this, it doesn't come out and it doesn't cause a hassle. Okay, so now I'm going to be planting the banana. So this is it, banana dwarf cavendish. It's looking pretty healthy at the moment, so I'm very pleased with it. Got this from Digger's website, by the way. So look at that, it's got such a great root system. I mean, that is looking really healthy. They're just all going downwards. So now I'm just gonna just gently tease them apart a bit so they sit more like this and start to really spread out. Push the soil back aside. Plant it the same depth as it was in the pot. Push it all down, and as a bit of a mulch, just be using some half decomposed compost. Give it a lot of nutrients as well. Should get off to a really good start. Just make sure it doesn't touch around the trunk, because I definitely do not want this to rot. And it is looking good. Now I'm going to give it water with some seaweed solution, as well as some sulfate of potash and trace elements. Okay, there we go. So I'll let this, I'll probably water it by hand for about a week or so, and then I'll fill this up as well. But for probably the first week or so, I'll just hand water it, and then it should be good by then, and just rely on the wicking. Okay, so I forgot to explain how an air pruning pot works. So basically, this the hole's cut into it with the shade cloth. That is acting as a material, so the roots will grow all throughout the barrel, and as soon as it goes through the shade cloth, the dry air will prune it off. This sends a message to the plant saying that it needs to send out more roots, and it does, sends out lots more roots, except these ones are a lot thinner and more hair-like. So they're very thin, got a high surface area to volume ratio, so they are much better picking up water and nutrients. So this is my first air pruning pot, so it's a bit of a prototype, I guess, for now. So I'll try and get some more barrels and make a few more, try and make them a bit easier to make, because that took me a whole day to just make this one, and also just help them to function to like full efficiency. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please then leave a big thumbs up, and if you have any comments, suggestions or questions for me, please leave them in the comments box below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And make sure you subscribe also if you haven't. Just keep you updated for more videos like this. Yep, and just thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.